Good evening, everybody. I'm CHANDRABHANU. Welcome to you to the live webinar, How to Crack the State Bank of India or the Make Your Interview Counts in SBI PO. With us, one of the youngest SBI PO, Mr. Bikram is with us. We discuss with all the nitty-gritty of State Bank of India interview particularly. So starts with Bikram. Bikram, welcome to the show, and you are the perhaps the youngest to join State Bank of India in the year 2022-23. So Bikram, let's start with in interviews, particularly in State Bank of India, psychometric is an important role to play. What's your experience in psychometric, and how can you guide the peoples who are applied or qualified in this year SBI PO and will face the interview in the short period of time?
Good evening, sir. First of all, thank you for welcoming me in this platform. Sir, I have in this last year, I have what I have experienced with you. I have a very good experience, and whenever I see and talk to you, I feel very good because I feel you are one of the most professional people in my life. So, talking about the psychometric test, people generally take it very lightly, but some instance from other students, example, I can say that psychometric is very much important. On the day when we have joined the SBI, that day we have been given a report of our psychometric test, and
Okay.
in that report, and in that report, there are interviewers, the panel interviewers have made some circles or some right marks and some cross marks. That
Okay.
implies that all these reports have been genuinely verified, and they have been checking these reports and asking those questions from those psychometric reports, and they are matching if this person is right or faking at the moment. So it
Okay.
is, yes, sir, it is very much important.
Very much important. So very good. It's a very good address by Mr. Bikram, one of the youngest PO of SBI PO this year in the 2020-23. So obviously, according to the point of view, psychometric plays a vital role. It may be CDS, it may be SBI PO. It is recently introduced by SBI PO and Reserve Bank of India in the year
Yes.
22-23. Previously, there is no psychometric test in SBI PO or in the RBI, but this is a thought process is going on now. The IBPS is on a platform to introduce the psychometric test very soon, either in the 2 to 3 years. It is in the pipeline. So,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bikram, if you guide the future generation bankers, those who are aspiring to become a SBI PO in this year, what are the tips you will give them to attend the SBI PO psychometrics? What are the criteria they must follow during the psychometric?
Okay, sir. First of all, you have to be yourself first because in those questions, in those 120 minutes, there will be 90 questions. You do not have the time to process all those questions. You have to
Mhm.
instantly select those options. The options are strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, or strongly agree. Uh,
Okay.
every question has all those five options. So
Okay.
instantly you have to be yourself. If you pretend to be another person, that will not match your attitude in those interview. So be
Okay.
yourself, and do something that
Mhm.
will enhance that you are a group people. You are not an introvert person. You can
Mhm.
work in a group. You will be a benefit or an asset for the SBI because they
Okay.
are finding for the people who can communicate well,
Okay.
who can work in pressurized situations. If
Okay.
you are a person who do not like to work in pressurized situations, or who
Mhm.
cannot afford to work for long hours, who
Mhm.
is not dedicated to his work, so
Mhm.
definitely they will not like those persons. You have to
Okay.
be, yes, you have to be respectful and to respectful for your job, and you have to give those hours. So
Okay. Okay.
they are looking for those type of persons.
Okay. Okay. What about the Mr. The youngest PO is saying that You should be a leadership quality. You should be working in a pressurized situation. You should be a little bit of volatile. You should respect to your job, and ethically you should be a strong person. These are the
Yes, sir.
characters that an officer must possess. And leadership is the first and foremost criteria to get selected in any officer's level job, which is
Yes,
judged
sir.
by the psychometric state, then judged by the GD, and then judged by the PI. So, if you have some experience, if you can share one or two questions which are put in the psychometric in the SBI PO 2022-23. If you have remember some question, please share it with the viewers.
Yes, sir. I have written those questions. I am telling you, there was a question that I feel agitated if my work life starts to enter my family life. There was a
Okay,
question like this, that
okay,
you have to select those options if you are strongly disagree or agree.
okay,
Normally, if your work life will overpower your personal life, then you will be hesitated. But
okay,
at that moment, you do not have to click those strongly disagree options. You have
okay,
to click those neutral or agree at some times.
okay,
There
okay,
was another question that I will excel when a demanding task is given but fails due to the excess administrative work.
okay,
They will say if you are how you perform in a demanding situations. If you
okay,
are perfect, if you are quite accustomed with the demanding work, then it will be great. They were searching for those type of persons. There was another
okay,
question that the decision taken by the senior manager is accepted by one and all. These
mhm,
questions, if you are not respectful to the senior management, obviously
mhm,
you will not obey those decisions. They are looking
okay,
for the person, yes, they can, who will respect and guide by the orders and rules of the State Bank of India. So these
okay,
are these are some of the questions. There will be 90 more questions.
okay,
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay, whatever Mr. Is saying that you should follow the rules and regulation of State Bank of India. That's the first criteria before giving any answers. Second, you never go for the strongly agree or the strongly disagree. You must be a little bit of volatile in your answers. And
Yes,
all the questions carries of three options. One is a five option. One is strongly agree, strongly disagree, agree, disagree, and can say. And another type of question in which only two options are available. You have to give the answers according to whether the luck is good or the hard work is good, depend upon the situation. Now go
yes, sir.
to
Yes,
the
sir. I can remember those questions in which they will ask if you are favoring hard work or if you are more of a lucky charm. So those
lucky.
questions also asked.
Right. Next, go to the Mr. Bikram. Mr. Bikram, another in the second stage is GD.
Yes, sir.
There is a myth among the students that GD of State Bank of India is very tough. Actually, it is a myth or it's a reality. And what type of GD is conducted, particularly in the Bhubaneswar circle of Odisha, which is beneficial for the SBI PO, those who are aspiring to be this year?
Sir, it is not so tough because when you will enter the LHO Bhubaneswar, they will
Mhm,
make you feel at ease. All those
mhm.
staff members will act as if you are an officer. So
Right.
they will make you comfortable. Your
Mhm,
documentation will happen. Then when you
mhm,
will enter the GD room, there are two or three experienced persons who have
mhm,
conducted many GDs. So they will make you feel comfortable. And when the GD starts, they will
mhm,
give you a topic.
mhm.
So they will give you a topic and give you 5 minutes to
Mhm.
jot down your thoughts. In those
Okay.
5 minutes, you have to jot down your thoughts and
Mhm.
you have to prepare from where to speak and how to speak.
Okay.
And in our last interview, last group discussion, I have a
Mhm,
batchmate also who is selected
mhm,
from our group. I
mhm,
remember very nicely that his name is Omkar Astosbari.
okay.
After giving us the time when the GD panel asked us to start the discussions,
Mhm.
he spoke for almost 3 to 4 minutes. He was the
Okay.
first to enter the group discussion, and he
Mhm.
spoke for almost 3 to 4 minutes. Then I was
Okay.
the second one.
Mhm.
I told some points for 1 to 2 minutes. Then
Okay.
the rest of the people joined me. What I want to tell you that if you cannot even start the group discussion, it is not a disadvantage, because after his selection, I asked him how much he got in the group discussion. He scored less than me. What I
Okay.
have scored, he scored less than me. So I feel it is not a advantage to speak 3 to 4 minutes when you
Okay.
got the chance first. You have to be
Okay.
respectful for your group members. You have to take all with you. You cannot win single-handedly, as we know. So in a group discussion, you have to carry forward all the team members. So at
Okay.
first, you have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes in the descriptive or of the topic, and you have to give chances to others so that
Okay.
all the members can participate in that group discussion. That will be a
Okay.
fruitful group discussion.
Right. Right. According to the Bikram, it's a very good point. Everybody should note it down that you never speak 3 to 4 minutes continuously. You have to give the chance to your friends, because the
Yes,
other
sir.
name suggest in the group discussion. You have to lead the team as a leader. You have to carry all the team members with yourself to become a successful leader. Now come to the Bikram. Bikram, there is
Yes,
a
sir.
group tax or
Yes, sir.
prioritize basis GD. What is normal? The people are astonished. What is this type of GD is? What is the theme of the GD, and what are the points are given, and how it is conducted in State Bank of India particularly?
Okay, sir. Last time what happened? They will give you a printout in which there was a topic written, and 8 or 9 points have been written there. So all the group members have been given 5 minutes to construct, to number their which will come first, which will come second. We have been given some time, and after the time, when the group exercise start, you have to say that you have to lead. If you want to lead, you will say that according to me, this point is first. So some of the group members may agree, or some of the group members may disagree. Those who will agree that they support this decision, they will speak for me. So in that discussion, some who do not feel that this is the first point, they will obviously disagree, and they will have to give their reasons why they disagree with the first point.
Okay.
And I particularly remember that the point that I have written in the order, most of the 6 to 7 members, not 6 to 7 members, maximum 5 members. There was 8 members in our group. Maximum 5 members agree with that order. So I
Okay.
feel that was an advantage. So
Okay.
also some of the group members disagreed. They have to give their reasons why they disagree. So
Okay.
if you're not agreeing with one person's opinion, you can also clarify. You can give your reasons that will impress the panel members that
Okay.
their people is sticking with his opinion. So what are the reasons he is giving? So they will consider it. If you are not a member who is a max, if you are not a member who is agreeing with the maximum part, that doesn't mean that you will score less. I have one example also. One member did not actually agree with all of us. He explained his viewpoints. He also got the same number of marks with me. So it is not a disadvantage if you are not agreeing with other people. You have to give your opinion, and you have to explain the reasons why you are giving that opinion.
Right. Yeah. Whatever the Bikram told, you have to give the prioritize, and you have to stick to your prioritize last moment and give the
Yes, sir.
reason. Suppose you are opposing somebody, give the valid reason. Do not change your stand, but give the valid reason. That is the important of a leader. Whatever you are disagreeing with the fact, disagreeing with the reasons, disagreeing with your point of view, so that you can gain more marks. Right? The group consensus is a different thing, but your consensus is also matters the board. So don't worry about how many members are favoring the discussion. You
Yes, sir.
stand with your point of view with a valid reason, and that is the important point in any GE or in the GD. Now come to the Bikram.
Yes, sir.
Now come to the interview. Interview is a vital part. If you will go to the
Sir,
State Bank of India.
one point I want to just add in that group
Okay.
discussion. many people, 2 to 3 people were not speaking. So what I have done that I have asked them to speak. I think it is a positive way because if you are a leader, you can also ask people that you are going to participate. Please participate in the group discussion. That will also impress the panel members.
Definitely, and it's a valid point. A leader always leads from the front and always gives the opportunity to the weaker section or the person who is not performing well. This is the quality of a good leader, those who are leading the market. Now come to the Bikram. In SBI, interview 30 marks, GD and GE is 20 marks,
Yes,
right?
sir.
In interview, normally whenever we are qualified for any banking interview, there is a chaos in the market, but there is a myth in the market. You should be a master in banking awareness. You should be a master in your subject. Do you believe this is a reality in the State Bank of India PO interview, or the scenario is something different?
Sir, obviously not, because you are a fresher. They are not expecting bankers. They are expecting freshers. They are expecting that what till this year, what you have learned, what you have gained the knowledge, you are expressing all those correctly. So in my case, what happened? They have asked me about my uh, past life, why I have scored, why my percentage decreased from 10th, 12th, or graduation. They asked me, did you regret not studying for long hours? I have given my honest opinion that I regret at sometimes giving less efforts at that time. You have to be honest at that point. You cannot blame your luck, or you cannot say that you are not accustomed with the English, or so you have scored less marks. You can always say that I could have done better. Always keep the blame on yourself.
Yeah.
So yes, sir. So they have asked me on different topics like that day editorial. They have asked me questions from that day editorials. They have asked, "Did you read editorials?" I said,
Correct.
"Yes, sir. I read." So they asked me, "Who is the editor of the Hindu?" So I
Okay.
didn't know the answer. So I said, "Sir, sorry, sir, I don't know answer."
Okay.
He asked me many questions from recent elections. They asked me some questions. Also from my computer science, I must say that the biodata that you are filling, you must go through all the details because questions will arise from the biodata itself, your college life, from which district you are from, and how you have performed till now. They will ask all those questions.
Okay. In State Bank of India, one of the most important thing is your biodata. It may be State Bank of India, Reserve Bank of India, or NABARD. It is the biodata
Yes, sir.
speaks for the peoples. So you
Yes, sir.
people must be master in your biodata. You should know about your educational background, about your home district. And normally in State Bank of India, banking awareness questions are very less. Don't panic about the banking awareness. Only focus on your biodata, and that will help you to score more mark in the interview. And start reading different type of articles from different type of paper, different type of sources, so that it will be helpful for you in the interview. Next,
Yes, sir.
come
I
to
want to
the
add one thing that the
okay.
only banking awareness question that I was asked was what was the difference between credit card and debit card. That was the
Right,
only
right.
banking awareness question, and they did not ask me any deep questions. Only one simple questions. That was
Okay.
all about banking awareness in
All
my
right.
interview.
Right. Whatever the you are saying, that is right. In your questions, whatever the question put by the board to you, only I got only one banking awareness question, that the credit card and the debit card. Same way in
Yes,
some
sir.
other question there is no banking awareness. Some people are asked only about the cross selling or about the Reserve Bank of function. The silly banking awareness question, and little bit of monetary policy like credit rate, like your bank rate and the repo rate and the reverse rate. These are the normal questions put by the State Bank of India. State Bank of India normally judge the person from the biodata, not from the ready-made available question like what is CRR, what is SLR, what is repo. Never the State Bank of India put this type of questions. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Another one, Bikram. Some people are saying there is a career graph. right? Is it any effect on your interview or affected your interview or anybody's interview you heard about? There is a career graph about the people's.
Yes, a career graph, it is not so vital because I have my career graph. I have done only BSc in computer science, and that too after completing my 10th. In my plus two, I have got less marks than the 10th, and in my graduation, I have got less than in my 12th. So, if you do not have a good career background, that doesn't mean you cannot say you cannot be selected. You doesn't have the capability to be selected in this organization. Many people I have seen have done BA in political science. BA this year also. I must tell you that two of our colleagues have been BA in English literature.
Right, right.
Yes, sir. So career gap, you do not have to do MA in economics or MA in commerce to
Okay,
have the capability to be selected in this organization. Only
okay,
simple graduation, and you have to be hardworking and determinant.
okay,
That is the most important thing, because in
okay,
banking, what we are now doing, a 10th pass or 12th pass student can do all those things.
okay,
When what matter is the leadership quality and what is the personality that you have. How you can
okay.
handle people, how you can handle senior management. That requires your knowledge or experience.
Right, right. It's a normally golden statement to any person who want to make a career in the banking. You should be a leadership quality. You should have the capacity to handle the crucial situation. Then you can succeed in the banking industry. And normally nowadays the people are lack these qualities of leadership.
Yes, sir.
Now come to the
Sir,
Bikram.
yes,
Bikram, now the people are ready for the interview. According
yes,
to
sir.
you, you are the one of the youngest SBI PO in Odisha, in not only in Odisha, in India.
Yes,
According
sir.
to you, what are the thing must the candidates do in the interview and do not in the interview? You got selected by any interview panel.
Yes, sir. First of all, you have to be confident on
Okay.
yourself because you cannot panic at that moment. When I entered I can remember that when I entered the room, that I have given preference that I will speak in English. But the current CGM told me, okay, be comfortable. You can speak in both English and Hindi. So
Okay.
the first thing that you have to be confident on yourself, and confidence come when you have the knowledge that you are well prepared for this interview. If you are not well prepared for this interview, automatically you will not be confident, you will be nervous. You must be
Okay.
thinking that this that if I have studied this part, I will be more confident. This is not the
Okay.
case. You have to be confident first. uh, if you have read only 10% of the banking awareness, you have to be
Mhm.
confident that if question come from that 10%, I can answer those questions. And the
Mhm.
second thing that you have to be humble, you have to be true to what you are saying. You cannot fake at that moment, because
Mhm.
they are the most experienced persons. They have studied around thousands of people in retail banking, in corporate banking. They are dealing with the people like leaders of the business world. They know
Mhm.
they know how to study people. So you cannot fake at that moment. You have to be true to what you are speaking, and most of all, you have to be humble at that point of time.
Okay. Though there are certain criteria for the selection is mentioned by Mr. Bikram. That is, the you should be humble, you should have the leadership quality, you should have the honesty, you should not bluff the interview panels, and these are the basic instinct a person must have to clear any interview, and particularly the top exam like State Bank of India. So
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, Vikram, for your valuable comments, for your valuable time. We'll just leave the show because you are tired. I am also a little bit of tired. So thank you very much
Okay.
for watching. In the next day, we'll meet another person and discuss this type of thing, which will be helpful for the people of Odisha, so that the more number of people from Odisha qualified for the State Bank of India, particularly because you have the less representation in the officer cadre in the State Bank of India, and it's the motto to guide the student, and this is the only motto of Quest. Thank you very much, Bikram. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Aman. Thank you.
Thank you.